him from the yard.
This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you Redline restoration of a Light My Firebird. Had to bring it on the trailer today. Let's get it down and see how well it rolls off this trailer here. Not very well, it appears. Get that out of the way. And then, before we get it up on the turntable, I will reveal to you that it has a parts car of this TNT bird missing a roof. So, let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. Here as it comes around, you'll notice the back tires are shoved up inside the body. Passenger front tires completely missing. Interior's intact. The steering wheel's a little bit bent. We should be able to straighten that out. It is missing the windshield, but the rest of it's all there. Paint's all messed up. I'm not exactly sure what this color is. It's probably orange. I don't think we're going to go back to orange. I think we'll go with a different color on this one. But this will be my first spoilers car to be restored. So let's get it apart and see what we're looking at. Alright, I just sent the shop truck out for delivery. This just came in today from Second Chance Redlines, and this is a reproduction windshield for the Light My Firebird. So we'll use that in this restoration, along with new cap wheels from Bright Vision. Well, alright, so I got these two cars drilled apart, and I misspoke. I was going off of my failed memory. This is not a TNT bird. This is a nitty gritty kitty. But it's going to bring back to life more than one of these cars, and I'll have a little short video up on these, but this one's missing the engine, and the engine from this is going to bring this King Cuda back to life sometime. So let's start with the car that we're working on. As you can see, the rear wheels are shoved up in there. So pull this out, and see that this axle is actually moved out of place here, and with that front one missing a wheel. And so this one's pretty good, but this one's all broken. So what else do we have here? We have the interior. Okay. And we should be able to, if I don't bump the camera, do something to re-secure that steering wheel in place. We'll clean this up gently. Looks like there's some kind of paint in there. Probably put this through the ultrasonic cleaner to get that off of there. Here's what's left of the windshield, and we'll have to drill the bottom of that motor out too. There's the base. Go ahead and very carefully I can get it. There we go. Get that axle off of there. Trying to I've only done I've only removed one set of these before, and it wasn't on camera. So there, that side's out, and then that side's out. And then let's take a look at this. So really, if I needed a good base for another nitty gritty kitty, that's an outstanding base to use. Obviously the glass on this one is destroyed, and whenever they cut the back here, they got into the interior piece. So while it's mostly intact, there's a groove cut there. It's a worst case scenario that could be used. And then I said we'll salvage this motor for that other one. And the body of this car is pretty much useless. So also, along with the replacement glass, I also got these decals from Second Chance Redlines. So I'm not sure what color we're going to go with yet, but we're going to put these number 5 decals on this car. Is a tribute to the original owner there. Let's go ahead and see if we can separate these cap wheels on this. Well, always extremely cautious of this, because those large cap wheels. There we go. Okay. Interestingly, it looks like somebody's tried to super glue that back on there. So that's why that came off so hard. Could be wrong. That's what it kind of looked like. Let's get the front ones off. Oh, the front one has bearing wheels on it. Even better. So, obviously, these wheels are beyond saving. So let's just cut these medium bearing wheels off. Just like that. And that. There we go. So that's cool. That means that this would have been an earlier production, because they were still using the medium bearing wheels when they switched to the cap wheels in the rear. And once they used up the stock of these, then they put cap wheels on the front and the rear. Alright, so it's got these cleaned up, and I don't know if I'm going to use this base for anything. I just wanted to clean it up while I had it in front of me, along with the others. And again, with this body, I don't know that I would ever use this for anything. But it had that deterioration of the metal going on. I figured, well, I'll go ahead and strip it and clean it up. You know, see if we can stop that from continuing. So I don't want to put it in with other die-cast parts and have that rot get into other things. I don't think that's going to come off of there though. It didn't come off. I got it cleaned out, but at any rate, so I left the motor in the lime away water for 2 minutes, and we'll try and polish this up some. And we'll polish the body. This looks like it should polish up very good. Still got a little bit of residue in there. I'll have to get that cleaned out of there. And then also this jagged line across the back. I think I want to do something with that. And then there's this casting line that like starts right here, goes all the way across that side, but I don't know if I want to mess with that too much because I might get into this wheel arch and I don't want to do that, so I'll probably just leave that well enough alone. Maybe in the forward part here and on the door, but I think on there we'll leave that alone. We'll definitely clean this up some. And then the base, obviously I didn't put it in the stripper, just the lime oil water, so we had some coloration going on the bottom where there's some purple and some orange and other things, and those colors should come off with the polishing. Polishing might take that black out of the grill too, but we'll put that back in and we'll recolor the tail lights. So without further ado, we got the Foots polish. A lot of guys use this. Really good stuff. If you haven't tried it, you should get some. You can find it online. If you do a search, you can get it from Amazon, which I did, or you can actually get it at your local Walmart in the sporting goods section. The ones they have at Walmart actually have a bigger tube than this. So I think when this one runs out, I'll pick one up at Walmart. Alright, well, let's start with this one, because I'm not going to go any further with this, because this is not part of this car. But this was a very corroded base, and as you can tell, I only had it in the lime away water for 3 minutes, and it turned it black. And if I spent more time on this, I could probably polish it up, but the metal's so pitted, I don't even think this is worth pursuing. Probably clean it up and possibly use it if I needed to. But this is what we're really doing. Look how shiny that is. And this body, oh wow. This is like really amazing. How much this cleaned up. How much this polished up. That is. I mean, I am super amazed with this one. I didn't do anything with that line, but I did file that down some. And my intent wasn't to make it totally disappear. I just wanted to make it not so prominent. And I accomplished what I was out to do. Tried to polish in the engine base some. There's still some orange paint in there. I can probably take this pick and get that out of there. And we'll scrub this. There's still some in there too. We'll scrub this up. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about what color I want to put on this yet. But maybe I'll just surprise you guys. How about that? Still need to run the interior through the ultrasonic cleaner. Oh, and I was going to polish this up too, so I'll work on this off camera. Real quick, change of plans because it's getting late and I'm going to paint the car tomorrow night instead of tonight. Colored in the grille, colored tail lights. Got the axles in. Pardon me. So normally, I mean, I do have deep dish bearing wheels, which I do like to use, but I have tons of regular bearing wheels as well, chrome and dull finish. But in this case, because the cap wheels that go in the back will not be deep dish, I didn't want to put deep dish on the front. So, that being said, let's get these new caps on there. Oop, careful of that tail light there, Don. Alright. And again, I suppose I could. It just feels like the axle wants to bend when I do that. That doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. Let's see. Okay. That's all the way on there. And then, and I did straighten these axles out. Hope. Right after I put them in. So let's see how straight this rolls. So going forward, it's got a slight turn to the right. Going backward, it's got a prominent turn, and I think it's this one right here that's causing the issues. Okay, let's see what happens now. That one. It still wants to turn to the left. And then maybe it's this one too. Okay, let's give that a shot. That looks better. Alright. So we'll come back at this tomorrow. Get the paint on, and then we'll let it sit for a day and come back and do the decals, and then wrap up the rest of the video. So I'm looking at get some light on here. Looking at this steering wheel, and it's held on by a thread, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking here and why. If the gel stuff is great, it's not going to run everywhere, but it comes out pretty thick. So if I put a glob of gel super glue on there, it's going to be way too big. So what I want to do is use the liquid super glue. Alright, now very carefully I think what's happening is there's a chunk in there that keeps you know what? I'm just going to do it this way. Okay. Now hold that in place. And it's too much. I'll wipe the excess off. And there's a lot on there. Fuzzy hair thing on there. Okay. Let's try this. I don't know if I got that one. Got the Insta set on there. And I don't know if that's going to hold it or not. Sometimes this, a lot of people call it CA glue, super glue, is cyanoacrylate, or CA glue. Let's see. And that got it. It's stiff. Very good. Get set up to paint. I got a stake bed truck today. It's It's a green light. This is kind of what I was looking up the other day when last week or the week before when I found that tow truck. And the interesting thing about this is, I'm not going to pull it off here, but I can take off the stake bed and make it a flat bed. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to get into these decals, and I did look at pictures. Originally, these would have come as stickers inside the package, and I wanted to see how some of the kids back in the day put their stickers on. Some of them had, so the white stripe would have been separate from the roundel, and some of them went straight across under the door, and then the roundel came down and overlapped it. Some of them put the stripe on an angle. And I think what I want to try to do is put it just below the door and put the roundel on the door. So that being said, I get these cut out, and these are from Second Chance Redlines. I'm not going to talk too much about this. There's a couple different products. There's the Microsol and this setting solution for decals. Softens decals to conform to irregular surfaces, which we shouldn't need to use on this application. And then the Micro Set, which softens decals and improves adhesion. It's also a decal remover. So this will, for a painted on look, this would soften the edges so it's not as prominent sticking out. I don't think it's really going to matter much because originally these were stickers on the cars, so I'm not really too concerned with that. So we're just going to use the Micro Set, not the Microsol, and I'll get these cut out and then we'll come back and get them put on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you my Light My Firebird in Spectra Flame Copper. This one really feels good. Let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. Here as it comes around, you'll notice the back tires are shoved up inside the body. Passenger front tires completely missing. The interior's intact. The steering wheel's a little bit bent. We should be able to straighten that out. It is missing the windshield, but the rest of it's all there. Got the donor axles from that hacked up nitty gritty kitty. Stripped it, polished it, painted it, went over the taillights with a red Sharpie, filled in the grill with black Sharpie. It has more of a satin finish versus the flat finish of the original, and I'm okay with that because it really looks good with those replacement weight tires, Redline tires from Bright Vision, and the decals and the replacement windshield. From Second Chance Redlines. They have great products there, great prices. The more you buy, the more discounts you get. I highly recommend the products. The copper Spectra Flame paint is from the Redline shop. All these great guys and great companies making these wonderful products that allow us to restore these cars to what they were meant to be. I'm honored to be able to do this. And don't forget, I am on Instagram. I'll post booty shots of my pictures on there. I also post them on Facebook and some of the groups I'm in. I have a patron. It'd be really great if some of you guys could get in there and, support me that way. Like Jim Silva and Ron over at Sumo Diecast. They get to see this stuff before you guys do. Just saying. $5 a month, that's all it takes. And I might be looking at changing that up sometime next year. We'll maybe think about that. Maybe we'll, starting next year, we might do the Subscriber's Choice as a monthly giveaway instead of waiting until the beginning of the next year. But we're going to continue on with the plan for this year's Subscriber's Choice. Next week, October 5th, we have the Frightening build for the Diecast International Builders. And on November 5th, we have the Pontiac. Any Pontiac. We'd love for you guys to build with us. If you don't have a YouTube channel, that's okay. You can send the pictures to us and submit it that way. And they will be included in the recap video along with your name. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below. Click the like button and ring the bell for notifications. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I will see you next time.